Hey everyone, welcome. If you've ever wanted to jump into data analysis with Python, you've definitely heard of the Pandas library. So today, we're going to break down the two absolute core structures that everything, and I mean everything, is built on.
Really think about it for a second. When you've got a ton of data, sales numbers, user info, whatever it is, how do you actually manage it in your code? If you're just using lists and dictionaries, it's a recipe for chaos, right?
Well, here's the good news. In the world of data analysis with Pandas, it all boils down to this. Just two. Two foundational structures that are going to completely change how you work with data.
So what's the big idea with Pandas anyway? What's it all about? Well, it's all about giving us smart, intuitive, and really powerful ways to handle the kind of tabular data you'd normally see in a spreadsheet.
And here they are. These are the two big players. On the left, you've got the series. The easiest way to think about it is just a single column in an Excel sheet. It's one-dimensional. And on the right, you've got the data frame. That's the whole spreadsheet itself, the full two-dimensional table. Seriously, that's the core idea. A column is a series, the whole spreadsheet, that's a data frame. Easy, right?
Okay, so let's dive into that first building block. Let's get to know the series.
Now, we all know what a standard Python list looks like, right? It's just a bunch of values. But a Pandas series, it adds something absolutely crucial. See that on the right? That extra column of numbers that just appears? That is the game changer. That's called the index.
So, to put a simple definition on it, a series is just a one-dimensional array that has labels. Think of it like a list that went to the gym and got some superpowers. And that index is where all its power comes from.
And you're not going to believe how easy it is to make one. You just import the Pandas library, and then you call pd.series, and you just hand it your list. That's literally it.
And when you do that, check out what Pandas does for you behind the scenes. It automatically creates that numeric index there on the left, and it even inspects your data and figures out its type, in this case, int64, which just means they're whole numbers. It just does the heavy lifting for you.
So if you walk away with just one thing about a series, let it be this right here. It's not just a boring list of data. It's a list with labels, and those labels let you find, align, and work with your data in incredibly fast and efficient ways.
Okay, so we've got our first block, the series. Now, let's actually build something with it. Let's put these blocks together and create the mighty data frame. All right, so what if you want this? The whole shebang, a full table with multiple columns, clear headers. This is what real-world data analysis looks like. So how do we get there?
Well, it's actually way simpler than you might think. It usually starts with something you already know, a plain old Python dictionary. And you can see the pattern, right? Each key in the dictionary, like name or age, is about to become a column header. And the value for that key is just a list of all the data for that column.
And then, just like with the series, it's one single beautiful command. You pass that dictionary into pd.dataframe, and boom, Pandas assembles the entire table for you.
And right here, this is the aha moment. This is where it all clicks. A data frame isn't some new complicated beast. It's literally just a bunch of series standing next to each other, all sharing the same index. The name column, that's a series. The age column, that's another series. City, you guessed it, another series. They're all just bundled together.
But you might be wondering, what's the glue that holds all these series together? What makes this structure so powerful? Well, it's not just the data, it's all about the index. Let's really look at this. We've got these labels on the side, the row index, and across the top, the column headers. What are they actually for? Why are they so important?
Okay, this index, it's not just for looks. It is the secret sauce. It's the engine that powers incredibly fast data lookups. It's what automatically aligns data when you're doing math. It makes merging different tables together a breeze, and it's absolutely essential for any kind of time series analysis. The index is the backbone of Pandas.
And if you ever want to check them out, it's super easy. You just type .index to see all the row labels or .columns to see all the column labels. They're always right there, ready for you to use.
All right, let's bring it all home. Why does mastering these two simple ideas, the series and the data frame, matter so much for everything else you're going to do?
This really is your roadmap to getting good at this. It's that simple. First, you get comfortable with the series, that labeled list. Second, you understand that a data frame is just a bunch of those series put together. And once you nail those two steps, you unlock the door to doing some really powerful analysis.
And when I say powerful analysis, what am I even talking about? I'm talking about things like grabbing super specific rows and columns, filtering your data based on all sorts of complex rules, merging totally different data sets together, and doing aggregations. You know, calculating sums, averages, counts, all that good stuff. Every single one of those advanced tricks relies on a solid foundation in series and data frames.
So that's it, really. The series and the data frame. They are the simple, fundamental building blocks for absolutely everything you're going to do in Pandas. You've got the blocks. The only question now is, what are you going to build?